Hi, thanks for stopping by my channel, Amy and AZ VSG. Here's a video on my psychological evaluation that was done via a video appointment. Hope you enjoy it. Hi, good morning everybody. Today is Wednesday, June 2nd, and hey, hair is done, makeup's on, so you know what that means. Today is my appointment for my psychological evaluation, so have to look presentable and have to look like we're not crazy today. So I have been studying. I have been reading the Bariatric Mindset. Of course, I didn't bring it in here with me. I have the workbook. It's the one that goes with this. So this is like the 6-month workbook that goes with it. And then I also got another book that goes with it, and I thought it might be something cool, and I got it, and it's like literally just a journal, like just blank pages. So not the coolest journal in the world, and like huge to carry a journal around, like if you're gonna go someplace like the beach or a hotel or whatever, because it's like pretty sure it's bigger than a regular notebook size piece of paper. So kind of crazy. I wish I would have looked at the Amazon description just a little bit better before I actually purchased it, but hey, I think it was like $6, so you live, you learn. So been going through the Bariatric Mindset book, which has been very interesting. Nice to get a counselor's perspective from somebody that's actually had the surgery. Lots of other stuff going on. I actually turned in my resignation for my work yesterday. Gave them a 2-week notice, so I'm starting a new job. And that book was actually an influence in me making that decision. There was a quote in the book by Tony Robbins, and it said, let me see if I can remember it. If you do what you've always done, you'll always get what you've always gotten. And so this is the year of making tough decisions and uncomfortable decisions, and so I figured, hey, why not? Let's do it all in the same year. Let's just like completely change up every aspect of my life. It is in the same industry, and it's similar to what I'm doing now. I'm an escrow officer, so I do title and escrow work. So it's a super stressful job, and this one I'm hoping is going to be just a tiny bit less stressful than the other one. So we will see. So big decisions there. My husband's recovering from his heart attack, still not back to 100%, and so I'm struggling because he can't go to the gym with me currently. He has to go through cardiac rehab before they'll release him to go back to the gym. So Tuesdays I'm all good, because Tuesdays is Zumba, and that's fun and I enjoy it. So I look forward to that one. But Thursdays is just usually like when I do the treadmill and some of the machines. So that one's kind of weird going by myself, because like he'll work on like one piece of equipment and I'll be on the treadmill, and as I switch to another machine, I'll walk by, give him a peck, or he'll hi baby, so it's nice just knowing that there's somebody else there that I know. But I did not go last Thursday because his daughter was in town from Idaho. So excuses. So I definitely felt it when I went to Zumba this week. So making it a point to go this Thursday to the gym. And then we actually have a trip planned for Friday after work, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, with like a whole group of friends. We have some friends that are in a band, like a cover band, that play, and they are actually playing in northern Arizona this weekend, which is kind of cool. So we're all traveling up north on Friday to see them play on Saturday. And then everybody's staying a couple extra days to hang out. And so it's kind of cool, you know, that got something to look forward to. We haven't been on vacation since like October. A little stressed about the eating part of it because we went to a Memorial Day party and ate way too much, and I just keep thinking to myself, oh my gosh, this is going to be like super painful if I don't get this under control by the time I have my surgery. I'm just hoping, you know, that it helps shut off part of that chemical in your brain of, you know, poke shit in your face, poke shit in your face. Because I definitely have that chemical going on all the time. And I think a lot of mine is like social anxiety. And since I've started this process, I've realized that I have like a super issue with social eating. I'm perfect at home when it's just me, and during my work day, I actually work from home. This is my little home office. I can't really show you the computers because it's all confidential information, but this is my little home office. It's a mess. We're like in the process of redoing it. We got the walls all painted, carpet tiles down, no desk yet. My husband's building cabinets for the wall that's going to be behind me here, so another project. So that's pretty much it. This teleconference is supposed to be at 11 o'clock today. And of course I'm super nervous because I haven't received an email, I haven't received a text to confirm the appointment, and I'm like, you know, did I write down the wrong date? What's going on? Did I do my hair and my makeup for nothing? You know, so, but anyway, this is where I spend like the majority of my life, is sitting in this chair and working away anywhere from 9 to 12, 13 hours a day, you know, so that definitely does not contribute to a active lifestyle. So trying to work on more active outside of the work hours, but just wanted to check in. And then as soon as I get done with my appointment, I'll try to kind of keep some notes so that I can give you guys kind of a rundown of what it was like. They said I don't need a computer for it, because I know a lot of the people that I've watched their videos for the psychological evaluation, it's actually where you go through online and you answer like 400 different questions, and they just want to see how you respond to the question, and then they'll ask it in a different format to see if you respond differently or if your responses stay the same. But this is just a video conference for 45 minutes with some lady that I don't know. And then the follow-up appointment with the actual psychiatrist is the 21st, 14th, something like that, like a week or two later. So they go over the appointment with, and I don't even know if she's like just a clinician, or you know what her term is, or she's an assistant. So he'll review all of the information that she gathered, and then he'll make his determinations, either yay or nay. And then from what I've read and seen and heard, they'll also make any recommendations, like if they feel that counseling would be good for you before, during and after your surgery period. So that part I'm not really concerned about. I've done counseling for, oh my gosh, a large portion of my adult life, and it's always helped me. It's never not been beneficial. So I'm a super supporter of counseling, and the only ones that are crazy are the ones that don't get help. That's my philosophy. Maybe a crazy philosophy, but that's my philosophy. So anyway, I will check back in with you guys later today. Thanks for stopping by. And now that I've been watching enough YouTube videos, I'm gonna do the normal mantra, like, subscribe, and comment. Thanks. Hey everybody, I am back from my first appointment for my psychological evaluation. Did a video conference. Lady, she was an older lady. I'm guessing she was like maybe 80, 90, I don't know, I couldn't really tell, but it was actually a nice conversation. She just went through and asked me a bunch of questions. I would say there was probably 100, 150 questions to it, you know, and just like different sections, you know, you answer. I had to write them down because I was like, oh my gosh, I never remember those stupid things. So like never, rarely, sometimes, often, and almost always, that was like the first section of it. And then another section was like 0 to 3, and 0 is not sad, and 3 is like, I'm so sad. So she just went through, and then some of them were like yes or no questions. So I just went through and answered all of those, and it was definitely, you could tell there was questions in there to see if you have like OCD tendencies, and if you have like anxiety and things like that. You could definitely tell what the questions were geared towards, and you know, what possible mental or physiological issues that they want to see if you have. So, but she was funny, you know, and I kept telling her, I'm like, well, some of those questions are hard to answer because you're asking me if I've had any anxiety in the last 2 weeks. And let me just tell you that my husband had a heart attack on Mother's Day. So, yeah, I think I've had some anxiety, but, you know, it didn't like stop my life, and didn't stop anything that I would normally do, you know, other than staying home and taking care of him. You know, I still talk to my friends. I still talked to him, hung out with him, you know, saw my kid, things like that. So that was kind of weird. So she's like, oh, well, I'll make a note of that because, you know, stuff like that. There was definitely a lot of questions on binge eating. Like the whole first part of it seemed to be on binge eating, and you know, like what triggers your binge eating. And I'm like, I don't know that I'm really a binge eater. I mean, I definitely eat to where I'm beyond full, but it's not like, you know, I've heard some people talk about they stop at like every drive-through and get like something different from every drive-through, and then just like sit there and inhale it, or they'll get like 2 meals and inhale it, and then they'll go home and they'll eat dinner with their family. And I'm like, I don't do that. I'm just like, it's like constant snacking, I guess. You know, like constantly having to put shit in my mouth, which is my problem, you know. And one of the questions was actually, you know, how often do you think about eating? And I'm thinking, well, that's like my hugest problem right there. If I could just shut that part of my brain off, I would be perfect, because I've taken phentermine in the past, and that actually, for me, shuts off that chemical. You know, what am I gonna have for breakfast? What am I gonna have for lunch? Ooh, that looks good. Let's have that. What about dinner? You know, what time are we gonna eat? You know, the constant thinking about food. But when I have taken that in the past, you know, that's the only time in my life I've ever been, I forgot to eat. You know, you hear people say, oh, I forgot to eat. I'm thinking, how the hell could you possibly forget to eat? You know, that's all my brain thinks about, you know. So I'm hoping with the surgery, you know, since it cuts out so much of the hormone that focuses on the food, and my doctor explained it to me too, that a lot of his patients, you eat because you know that you need to and that you have to, but there's not the interest in food that there was before. So, you know, you could definitely tell that there was a lot of, to see if you have any type of eating disorders. There was no questions about like whether you eat and throw up. So apparently, you know, people that are fat only binge and don't purge. And just saying, I've never done that. I have definitely eaten and suffered, but all done with that portion. So now apparently, and she didn't even explain what happens next, I'm just guessing. So now apparently the psychiatrist will read through the answers, make a determination, yes or no, and then offer any recommendations for counseling and things like that. And I'm only guessing that off of what other people have said on their videos. So once I have my second appointment, then I will update you guys on that and let you know how that went and what he actually said. So that's it for now. I gotta get back to work. See you soon. Like, subscribe, comment. Sorry, new to this. Bye. So my follow-up appointment was on June 15th. There was another phone conference appointment with the actual psychiatrist. I don't have any footage that I taped for the phone call, so I will just throw in some little random fun pictures here for you guys to look at while I talk. So the things that he went over with me, he said it sounded, like from the questions and from how I responded and his conversation with me, that a lot of my overweightness is hereditary. He asked me how long I had researched the VSG and thought about having the procedure done, and he's asked if I had a support system in place, let him know that my husband's very supportive and I have friends that are super supportive. My daughter is scared of the procedure, but she's also super supportive and knows that I want to be healthier and happier, and she wants that for me as well. He asked if I had taken any psychiatric drugs in the past. The only thing that I had taken before was Wellbutrin when I went through my divorce long time ago. And then he asked me if I understand the procedure, what exactly the doctor was going to be doing, and that if I understood that it's a life-changing procedure, it's not something that can be undone. So I explained to him that I knew all about the procedure. I've watched, actual videotapes of the procedure being done, completely aware of what they were going to do and the changes that I needed to make. And he said that it sounded like that I've already put some great changes into place, and that working on my mindset, getting it into the right place. And he thought that, it would be a good fit for me. And he asked for my copay and then said, have a nice surgery. So I'm assuming that means that I was approved through the psychiatrist. So I did follow up with my surgeon, and he said yes, that the psychiatrist had approved to move forward with the surgery and had not offered any other recommendations. So I'm approved psychiatrically. Yay! Thank you so much for stopping by my channel and sharing my journey with me. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I love to read your comments. See you soon.